So some people have noticed recently that I have a new backdrop piece, and I'm always changing my backdrop back here when reviewing things because it's just boring to have the same exact stuff every single time over a year's time. So eventually this might change, who knows. I really like this, but some people noticed that I had a Marill lunchbox here, and they said, man, that lunchbox is hella old. Proto, would you please review it? What is that lunchbox? Where did you get that? So let's go ahead and take a look at this bad boy. This came from Goodwill. Yes, as I continuously tell you guys and ladies, let's not forget equality here. Goodwill is a great place to find old stuff, old tech, old toys, leftovers, things like that. Just pieces that you would set out, look at, and they would make a really good backdrop or an addition to a desk or something. And this one is being the case. This is a lunchbox made by Thermos, the individuals that make those old thermoses. I don't know if kids still use lunchboxes today as much as they used to. I'm going to go ahead and adjust the camera just a little bit here so you guys can get a better look at the handle here. Well, you can't really see it, but yeah, it even says it right on the handle. And back in the day, lunchboxes were a big thing. If you didn't have a cool lunchbox, you weren't cool. There is Marill on here, which would suggest that this is a 1999 to 2000 release for a lunchbox, maybe 2001, because Marill was a big character for Gold, Silver, and Crystal, Generation 2's entries. And you can see this is just a basic Pokemon slapped on it. You can see the Thermos name brand. I'll bring it a little bit closer. You can see that Thermos, and you can see the copyright writing down here, which would once again suggest what it would be. And registered to Game Freak. So they came together and they made a lot of products and things like that. This is a blue lunchbox, which goes great with Marill. You can see the background it's an interesting choice. It kind of looks like a rejected Pepsi label for a new type of Pepsi, like Pepsi half calorie or Pepsi black or something. So, but the background is nice. It just reminds me of that. On the opposite side, you can see that this has sustained some serious damage, and you can see my white shirt. Hello, you guys really wish you could see my face, but all you get to see is this wrinkled white shirt. So I'm sorry about your luck. Yep. This is made by Thermos, you can see that, but it sustained some serious drop damages here. It's not bowed out, it's just that's what happens with plastic when it gets hit too hard and things like that. But the real star of the show is this picture right here. You could essentially just get a picture frame of this and it'd be the same, but it's really cool because it's a lunchbox. When you open it up, this comes out. Yes, a Marill Thermos. And again, it has the same exact backdrop, but it's a little bit different in its pattern. You can see how this is red behind Marill, and it should be like that, but it's actually like this, and it has the same line pattern. I do appreciate the artist's rendition of the background and their choice. Once again, they have to slap the copyright stuff on there, and I'm sorry about that glare. Let me remove that real quick. You can see the copyright material right there. And once again, you can see that this is indeed a Thermos, and this is exactly what came with this. Again, copyright stuff on the bottom, and I washed this bad boy up. What would happen is you would have a cup like this, where you could drink out of this, and you could pour yourself a drink. Again, Thermos is on top. You can see the inside of it. It's fairly clean, and I'm very shocked that it came out so clean, being so used. I mean, you could tell that this was some kid's lunchbox from back in the day, but it looks very, very clean, and I really appreciate whoever donated it that cleaned it up. I cleaned it up some more, but it was pretty damn clean when I got it. This is a cap, pretty simple. I mean, like, there's not much else I can talk about with this, but it is in damn good condition. This bottle itself is, and yeah, you would just take off your cap as a kid, and you would pour yourself some Kool-Aid or something, share it with someone. Here's a cup, you can have some, I'll drink out of this, and that's how it went. And that's essentially what you would do. You would take your lunchbox to school with you, and instead of like taking money and eating at the school or taking a paper bag or whatever kids have these days, I don't know if kids really have a lot of lunchboxes nowadays, but there you go. I don't think they're as popular. I think there's pails and stuff like that, but I don't think the lunchbox itself is as popular as it once was. But there you go, ladies and gentlemen. That is the Marill lunchbox. The only thing that would be very interesting about this is the fact that it has a little notch for quick release and opening, and it is extremely hard to open if you don't use that specific notch. On the inside, there are pieces to hold this in place so that it doesn't go flying around a little bit. Again, the years aren't kind to these products, but yeah, you can find this on eBay for $10. You can find it on the internet for around $10. It is extremely rare. I have only found 2 of them being sold on eBay, so if you want one, you better go get it right now. But because it's rare, that doesn't mean it's extremely valuable. So paying $10 is pretty much the going rate. If you tried to go out and buy a lunchbox right now, you might be able to get one for $5, but being hard plastic and high quality, again, thermos, you would have to pay like $5 to $10. And so yeah, that's pretty decent value for this lunchbox. So if you want to get yourself one, I'll go ahead and leave the links to what this is in the description below, and I would greatly appreciate if you share this video with everyone that you can, because sharing is caring, and that's what helps my channel grow. So ladies and gentlemen, would you have loved to have this as a kid? If you are currently a kid, would you love to have this? Let me know. And I've been your host, Protomario, and I'm signing out. As always, good gaming, and God bless.